Xena, warrior princess, cradle of hope. A blanket-wrapped infant floated down the river, its tiny cries muffled by the rush of water. The basket rocked precariously as it drifted beneath a moonlit sky. In a clearing ahead, villagers gathered around, a roaring fire, sharing stories and music, unaware of the prophecy unfolding in their midst. Xena, the warrior princess, stood on the outskirts of the village, her piercing blue eyes scanning the surroundings. She was clad in her signature leather armor, her chakram resting at her hip. Beside her, Gabriel, her loyal companion, chattered excitedly. "Did you hear that?" Gabriel asked suddenly, her expression shifting. Xena raised a hand for silence. A faint cry reached their ears. Without hesitation, she strode toward the riverbank, her boots sinking slightly into the mud. Gabriel hurried after her. As the basket came into view, Xena knelt, retrieving the bundle. She pulled back the cloth, revealing a baby. His bright, eyes wide, his tiny fingers curling in the cold air. "A baby?" Gabriel breathed in wonder. Xena frowned. Left alone, someone sent him downriver. Gabriel reached for the child, cooing gently. Who would abandon a baby? "We'll find out," Xena said grimly. A deadly prophecy. The following morning, they took refuge in a small village, where an elderly woman gasped upon seeing the infant. "The child," she whispered. "He is the one from the prophecy." Xena and Gabriel exchanged wary glances. The woman continued, lowering her voice. "King Gregor's seer foretold that a baby would take his throne. He fears the child and has ordered his soldiers to find and destroy him." Gabriel clutched the baby protectively. "That's horrible." Xena's expression darkened. "That explains why he was sent down the river. Someone was trying to save him. Which means he's still in danger," Gabriel added. Xena's mind worked. Quickly. "We need to get him somewhere safe. Gregor won't stop until he's found." A royal dilemma meanwhile within the stone walls of the castle, King Gregor paced before his throne. His seer, a hooded man named Manus, knelt before him. "The prophecy is absolute, my lord," Manus intoned. "If this child lives, your throne is at risk." Gregor's brow furrowed. "I have ruled justly for years. My people love me. Yet they whisper of the prophecy," Manus warned. "The people believe in fate. If they find the child, they will rally behind him." Gregor exhaled slowly. "Then, I have no choice. The child must be found." "Leave it to me," Manus said, rising. The hunt begins. Xena and Gabriel sought refuge at a tavern on the outskirts of the village. While Gabriel tended to the baby, Xena kept a watchful eye on the door. The moment it swung open, she tensed. Soldiers poured in, their leader barking orders. "Search everywhere, the child must be here." Xena moved swiftly. With a flick of her wrist, she tossed her chakram. It ricocheted off the walls, knocking weapons from the soldiers' hands. She sprang into action, a blur of strength and precision. Gabriel, clutching the baby, ducked behind the bar. "Xena, we need to go." Xena landed a final blow on the captain, then grabbed Gabriel's arm. "Out the back." They fled into the forest, the baby nestled in Gabriel's arms. An unexpected ally as they hid in a secluded glade. An unexpected figure emerged. A woman in a tattered cloak. Her eyes, sharp and filled with sorrow, locked onto the child. "I am Pandora," she said softly. Gabriel gasped. "The Pandora? The one with the legendary box?" Pandora nodded and revealed a small, intricately carved chest. "This box holds the world's last trace of hope. And the baby." She hesitated, gazing at him. "He carries hope of his own. He must survive." Xena nodded. "Then we need to get him to safety." The final confrontation by nightfall, Xena led the group toward the castle. If Gregor was to stop hunting the child, he needed to see the truth for himself. The moment they entered the grand hall, soldiers surrounded them. Xena stepped forward, her voice unwavering. Your Majesty, you fear a prophecy. But prophecies don't make kings weak. Fear does. King Gregor's gaze fell on the baby, then on Pandora's box. Pandora spoke gently. Inside this box lies hope, and it is the same thing this child represents. He is not here to take your throne, only to live. Gregor hesitated. Slowly, he reached for the child, his hands trembling. The baby cooed, gripping his finger. A small smile touched the king's lips. He turned to Manus. I will not harm this child, Manus scowled. But the prophecy, Gregor cut him off. I will write my own fate. Manus lunged for the baby, but Xena was faster. She struck him down with a single blow, ensuring he would never manipulate the king again. With the threat gone, Gregor faced them with new resolve. I will raise him as my own. Xena nodded, satisfied. Then he'll have a good life. As they departed, Gabrielle smiled down at the baby one last time. Good luck, little one. Xena glanced back at the castle before mounting her horse. The road stretched ahead, another adventure waiting. Hope had prevailed once more.